So I have not had the chance to ever introduce this fantastic person, but it's time to talk about that there's no place like home. And today, right now, home is literally in the palm of your hand. You can be anywhere, but know that you're connected, know that you're safe if you have that phone in your hand. And so our special keynote today is going to share some insight into this and how we can make this a happily ever after. So please welcome to the stage Sam Paxson, CXO of Co-op. Let's go.
It's so lovely to be back here and nice to be in Vegas where there's 4 conferences happening this week. There's no place like home. Have we built a home that our members want to come to? And come to physically, virtually, for all of their needs? I would argue that our set of assumptions have shifted. What got us here isn't going to get us there. And I'm going to give a little example of this, a personal story. So when I was in college, in the UNLV stage of life, I had what I thought was a superpower, a very special gift. It was the gift of procrastination. And I had this ability. I would set my alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning before a paper was due. I'd wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd write the paper. I'd turn it in at 8. And I get the same grade as the people that worked on it for like 2 weeks. So that worked really well for me. Might not have been great for my sleep, but enabled me to have internships and a social life and all the things that college kids want to do. But then I graduated from college, and my life got more complex. The set of assumptions that I used in order to get my work done and to be successful and to have the outcome using a strategy that I thought was going to work no longer worked. My world got a lot more complicated. My work got tougher. I had a lot more things to juggle. And we are in an environment in the financial services space where our set of assumptions have changed. Our members have very high expectations. We have brand new market entrants we have incredible market forces that are putting pressure on our model. And I would argue that our model has significantly changed. So when we look at, is there no place like home? I have both bracelets on here. We have the Grimm fairy tale and the happily ever after, and that's really up to all of you. So 2 things I'm going to tell you. We need to grow. This is about a growth mindset. That we've talked a lot about growth since we've been here today. And it's because you need your members and your members need you. In the research that we do at Co-op every year, what we found in the last year is that 90% of the 3,000 members that we surveyed, 85% have a relationship with a bank, which means they can't get everything done at their credit union that they are expecting to get done in their financial life. And I serve on the board of a credit union. We look at the performance of what just happened 3 months ago. We look at product by product by product P&L. We're looking at how one product line in the credit union competes with another product line. How is that performing? I would argue that your member is the P&L. You are trying to create the Amazonification of your credit union, where you bring members on board. That's your existing member base that probably doesn't fully utilize you the way that they need to be utilizing you. Because what do? We look at life stage type solutions. We look at loans. We look at things that drive, really the primary driver of financial performance in our credit unions are on the interest income side of the ledger. We're not looking at the relationship between non-interest income and interest income and how that drives the relationship with the member. And our members need us. We need liquidity, we need deposits, and we need revenue diversification. I loved that Kevin said, members, mission, margin. Is our mission delivered, this people helping people mission, delivered only through great rates? No. Members, look at the UNLV students. How many of them are buying a home? You want a relationship with them before they even come to college. I serve on the board of a credit union that is a university credit union. They're finding that they're not growing membership right now because those members already have a banking relationship before they come to college. My son just turned 12. Some of you may have heard this story. He said, "Mom, I can't use cash when I'm going after my junior lifeguard program to buy an ice cream or a bagel. I need something digital. So I'm looking for a debit card that I can track on an app, and I also want to invest." He's 12. And he said, "I hear you talk about credit unions a lot. Should I go to a credit union?" And I'm telling you, I had a hard time finding a credit union that offered that type of solution for him. They were putting out great rates. My 12-year-old does not give a whip about great rates. So if you are going to build a relationship that will get deposits, create stickiness, build liquidity, you have to design yourself around the member and the financial performance of the member. And I better hear a woot woot from Gigi Highland. Because this is about helping members in their financial lives. That's our value proposition. That's what people helping people means. So how does our model need to shift in order to make that happen? We have to understand this flywheel effect, and really, growth is a choice. Growth is a choice. So we have to be okay with not having just having a short-term ROI mindset. So when I serve as a member of a board, and we look at how did that product line perform. I don't really care about that as a board member. I care about the overall outcomes of the credit union. How are we growing deposits? How are we growing utilization of the credit union? Which use cases are winning? And what we found is that the growth strategy that's winning in the market is by capturing member attention. What the UNLV students all talked about was, I want something that's frictionless, that's going to help me understand my financial position and take action on it. They talked about Acorns. They talked about Mint. Those are personal financial management apps that then help them track their overall financial performance. What Cornerstone Advisors talks about is that the average consumer has 40 different financial relationships. I just told you about those members. Your members today also have a bank relationship. When you look across save, spend, invest, protect, all of these things, these use cases that consumers do, they're incredibly empowered to go find that use case on their phone, download it, and use it. The challenge is that they can't get a big picture perspective of their financial position. So how do we win in this new era? What should our model shift to be? How do we create the opportunity for the member to be at the center of your P&L? So first, you must know your members like never before. Tom just talked about data. Data is so incredibly useful because you can personalize your solutions for your members, and that's the expectation, because when they go to Amazon or Apple, they're getting solutions that fit their needs. Everything is being designed for them. So you must know your members like never before and serve them up the solutions that will help them in their financial lives. Second, engage every day. I make a loan probably every 5 years. I use my payments 12 times a day. The average consumer, 89% of Americans use digital payments, yet only 16% of them do that with a credit union. Look at the market opportunity we are missing out on. And if you're saying, what's the ROI on offering digital payments? You're missing the entire utilization of your credit union. So engage every day. It is the way that you create stickiness in your credit union to have them use you, and it's a marketing opportunity for you. Next, give good guidance. The students up here talked about apps that help them in their financial lives, personal financial management. So you need to give good guidance embedded in the transaction. This is where organizations like Chime that it shows up like, give me my paycheck 2 days early. I was just with the CEO of Premier America last week, and he said, we're borrowing Chime's playbook, and we are growing deposits like gangbusters. Just offer deposits 2 days early. Offer your paycheck 2 days early. These are the use cases that fintechs are using that are helping them to be more trusted. When we talk about trust, it means you have the capability to deliver what the consumer is looking for. Trust is not just character, it's capability. And when you offer these solution sets, you're saying, I can serve you. And I'm gonna serve you wearing a white hat. I'm gonna do the right thing for you. So the last strategy is to earn more of the member balance sheet. And what I'd say to that is that it's not just rates. You do not have to be the most competitive rate-driven deal in town. The more convenient you are, the more likely you are to build trust, the more likely you are to build deposits, the more likely you are to build member economic participation. So here are the 4 levers. I'll just say it again. Know your members like never before. Personalize it by knowing them. Second, engage every day. Third, give good guidance to improve the overall financial performance of the member. And fourth, earn more of the member's balance sheet, not just through rate, but through utilization, through convenience. And lastly, when you do that, there will be no place like home, because credit unions should be the most essential type of financial services available in the market today, because your members have never needed you more than they do today. So thank you, everybody. I hit 7 seconds.
So Samantha, before you give your mic back, how do we serve that 12-year-old?
Yep.
How did I do it?
No, yeah, I mean, and not...
Well, I opened him a green light card that, frankly, the fees on it are bananas. But I know South Bay Credit Union, that's in my neighborhood, they just did a partnership with Greenlight. So it's a way, because our CEO, Dean Michaels, his kids had Greenlight, and they're now saying, Dad, I want a grown-up card. So it's a way to get in, to create that relationship, and then migrate them into a more sophisticated solution set. But for now, that's what we're doing, because I couldn't find it among the credit unions that are available to me. We can do this.
All right. Thank you again. One more round of applause.